In the desolation of that wintry night, the desolate Highway 13 lay shrouded in an otherworldly mist. Twisted trees loomed like tortured souls, their branches clawing at the sky in silent agony, casting elongated, menacing shadows upon the frozen ground. Jack's car, a solitary speck amidst the eerie darkness, navigated the treacherous path. The radio emitted a spectral tune, an eerie melody that resonated with the wails of tormented spirits. With every passing mile, an oppressive dread descended upon Jack, an intangible weight that settled deep within his bones. Max, usually a beacon of unwavering loyalty, cowered in the back seat, his plaintive whimpers slicing through the air, a discordant note in the suffocating silence. The atmosphere thickened, pregnant with an unknown terror that seeped into every crevice of the car, chilling the very essence of their beings. Suddenly, as if snuffed out by an unseen force, the car's headlights blinked into darkness. Panic surged through Jack's veins, his fingers fumbling desperately for his phone, only to be met with a screen devoid of life, a grim reminder of their isolation in this spectral realm. With trepidation clawing at his throat, Jack ventured out into the frigid night, each step into the abyssal unknown sending a shiver down his spine. Soft whispers, dripping with malice, slithered through the frost-laden air, each syllable a venomous hiss that prickled the skin. His breath materialized in spectral wisps, an ethereal dance in the freezing air. An unshakable feeling of impending doom bore down upon him, the weight of the unknown pressing upon his chest, suffocating his every gasp for air. In the unnerving silence, Jack's voice quivered as he called out for Max, whose eyes blazed with an otherworldly luminescence, fixated on a sinister presence lurking just beyond the veil of darkness, a presence Jack was yet to fathom. Before he could fathom the true horror that awaited, an icy grip, colder than death itself, clutched him, dragging him mercilessly into the abyss. His terror-stricken cries pierced the night, merging with the haunting melody that echoed from the very soul of Highway 13. As dawn broke, Highway 13 remained an eerie tableau, a car abandoned, doors ajar, and an unnatural frost that clung to the interior. Whispers of the ghastly night resonated among the locals, an ominous warning to all who dared to traverse that cursed road, where the echoes of unspeakable horror whispered through the chilling winds, leaving an indelible mark on the souls of those who dared to hear them. As the sun timidly emerged on the horizon, its feeble light struggled to penetrate the dense mist that still clung to Highway 13. The abandoned car stood as a solemn testament to the horrors of the night, its metallic frame frosted over as if encapsulated in a tomb of ice. Locals, hardened by the tales of the cursed highway, approached cautiously, their hushed murmurs carrying an air of trepidation. They spoke in whispers, their words laden with the weight of generations' worth of spine-chilling stories, tales of disappearances and spectral encounters that plagued the haunted stretch of road. Among the gathering, a weathered old man, his eyes etched with the wisdom of years past, stepped forward. His voice, laden with both fear and reverence, carried the weight of the highway's cursed history. "Highway 13, he began, his words trembling as much as the hands that gestured toward the abandoned car, has long been a gateway to the unknown. It is said that on nights veiled in frost and darkness, the spirits that haunt these grounds seek to claim lost souls as their own." He recounted the legends passed down through generations, a tragic tale of a lost soul seeking eternal rest, a malevolent presence that prowled the desolate road, and a curse that lingered, feeding on the fear of those who dared to tread upon its haunted path. As the day wore on, a solemn procession led by the locals ventured onto Highway 13. They searched, hoping against hope to find a trace of Jack or Max, but the veil of the unknown had claimed them, leaving behind only whispers in the wind. The haunting melody that once echoed through the night now lingered as a melancholic lament, a mournful dirge for the souls lost to the malevolent forces that prowled the cursed highway. With heavy hearts and a profound sense of loss, the locals retreated, leaving Highway 13 to the elements and the spirits that roamed its spectral confines. The abandoned car stood as a solemn monument to the unfathomable horrors of that chilling winter night, a stark reminder to all who dared to tread upon its cursed pavement. And so, the tale of Jack and Max, lost to the mysteries of Highway 13, joined the haunting lore of the road, their fate forever entwined with the chilling whispers that continued to weave their way through the desolate landscape, ensuring that their story would be told for generations to come, a cautionary tale of the perils that awaited those who dared to journey down the haunted highway. I was driving alone on a deserted highway at night. I had a long way to go before I reached my destination, and I was feeling tired and bored. I turned on the radio to keep myself awake, but all I could find was static and some faint voices. I wondered if anyone else was listening to the same frequency, or if I was the only one on the road. As I drove on, I noticed a sign that said, "Next exit, 50 miles." I sighed and decided to keep going. I hoped there would be a gas station or a motel somewhere along the way. I checked my fuel gauge and saw that I had enough gas to last me for another hour or so. I also checked my phone and saw that I had no signal. I felt a pang of loneliness and wished I had someone to talk to. Suddenly, I saw something in the rearview mirror. It looked like a pair of headlights, but they were too bright and too close. They seemed to be coming at me with incredible speed. I felt a surge of panic and pressed the accelerator, trying to outrun them. But it was no use. The headlights caught up with me and stayed right behind me, blinding me with their glare. I tried to swerve and change lanes, but they followed me every move. I honked and flashed my lights, but they did not respond. I felt like I was being chased by a ghost. I looked at the sign again and saw that I had only 10 miles left until the next exit. I prayed that I would make it. I wondered who or what was behind me and why they were after me. I had no idea what they wanted from me or what they would do to me if they caught me. I glanced at the mirror again and saw something that made my blood run cold. The headlights were not attached to any car. They were floating in the air like two glowing eyes. They had a sinister and malicious look, as if they were enjoying my terror. They also seemed to be getting closer and closer, as if they wanted to touch me. I screamed and stepped on the brake, hoping to shake them off. But it was too late. The headlights crashed into me, smashing my car and sending me flying off the road. I felt a sharp pain in my chest and a warm liquid dripping from my mouth. I knew I was dying. The last thing I saw before I lost consciousness was the sign that said, "Welcome to Hell." It was then that I realized that I had been driving on the wrong highway all along. I had taken a wrong turn and ended up on the road to damnation, and the headlights were the eyes of the devil who had been waiting for me. I'm Leah, just another night owl driving down the notorious Highway 66 on a bone-chilling winter night. The moon's up there, doing its best creepy nightlight impression, barely cutting through the darkness that's swallowing everything up. Now, Luna, my usually hyper husky, she's acting off. Normally, she's all wagging tails and excited barks, but tonight, she's lying low in the passenger seat, letting out these nervous whimpers. I mean, dogs have a sixth sense, right? And her radar was going haywire. The radio's playing this tune that'd give even the bravest souls goosebumps. Meanwhile, the road's stretching out, and I swear it feels like we're heading into something straight out of a Stephen King novel. Then, bam! The car's headlights decide to play peekaboo with the darkness. Heart starts doing the marathon, classic "what now" moment. So I'm digging for my phone, hoping for some signal, but nope, just me, Luna, and the silent night. Stepping out, the cold smacks me hard. Luna, ever the loyal sidekick, sticks close, but there's more than just the temperature at play here. The fog's got this creepy vibe, like it's alive, whispering secrets only it understands. Out of nowhere, this figure appears in the fog, lurking like something straight out of a horror movie. And before I can even process it, poof, vanishes, leaving behind this bone-deep chill that I can't shake. Back at the car, and bam again. There's this presence beside Luna, a spectral figure glowing in the dark like it's got its own spotlight. Next thing I know, I'm yanked back into the unknown, my screams joining this haunting melody that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere all at once. So, there I am, swallowed by the unknown, screaming my lungs out in this eerie symphony. The spectral figure, glowing like a spectral beacon, stood beside Luna, radiating an otherworldly vibe that no Hollywood effects could match. It felt like time itself was twisted, playing some cosmic prank as I was pulled into a vacuum of darkness and terror. The haunting melody seemed to grow louder, seeping into my bones as if the very air was vibrating with an unseen malevolence. And then, nothing. Just silence. When I came to, the night had regained its usual stillness, Luna beside me, shaken but unharmed. But the car, the fog, the spectral figure, gone, as if they were never there to begin with. I stumbled back onto the road, a chill clinging to my skin that even the warmest of fires couldn't banish. And that's how I ended up in the middle of a spine-chilling tale about Highway 66, a story I could barely believe myself. As I drove off, the haunted highway fading in the rearview mirror, I couldn't shake the feeling that some mysteries are better left unexplored, and some roads are best avoided, especially when the night decides to whisper secrets best kept in the shadows.